This month we're focusing on optimism, and as I've mentioned a number of times before, optimism plays a huge part in our mental health and well-being. It's a really important aspect to living a better life and really enjoying life. So it's a really important skill to cultivate. Optimism is not something that we're born with. Optimism is something that we can learn. And I've written a blog that is featured on LifeBuddy this month, which gives you some tips on how to adapt to becoming a more optimistic person. One of the most important things is noticing if you have any negative self-talk. We often talk about the inner critic, that little voice that we hear inside our heads. When things don't go so well for us, then that inner voice says things like, well, maybe we didn't deserve for things to go right. Bad things always happen to us. Things are never going to get any better. All those negative thoughts that keep coming back all the time, and the reasons behind why those bad things happen to us. You know, maybe we just don't think that we're good enough as a mother, as a daughter, as a partner, as a worker. You know, all these negative things that go over and over in our heads. If we allow those things to stay in our head, we're never going to be able to be optimistic. So the first step to being really optimistic is to notice those negative thoughts that when they're happening in our heads, and pause just long enough to kick them out, to say, I'm not having these negative thoughts anymore, and to replace those negative thoughts with something that's far more helpful and far more positive. So my tip for today is, if you notice that you have that inner critic going on inside your head, pause for a moment and just ask yourself, is the thought that I'm having right now really helpful? Is the thought that I'm having right now constructive? Is it negative? How am I going to change that thought and make it more positive? Why not practice that today? Let us know how you go, and if you need any help, we're always here. Have a look if you at the website, and mail us at hi@lifebuddy.co.uk if you need any extra help. I'd love to hear how you get on.